Salutations! Hello and welcome YouTube to Cthulhu Confidential, a tabletop one-on-one chthonic mystery with
magician.
And so in this episode we have taken care of all the administravia, hopefully, and now we are en route to the church, so-called Church of Argent Light.
I don't know why that's so called. It is the Church of Argent Light. Maybe
so
it's so
they
called
call
church. Yes, fine.
Bum, bum, bum.
So this is a dreary morning of the second day of full-on investigation, unless I've lost a day somewhere.
Sounds right.
And Dex stops outside the church.
Yep.
It's a small, unassuming building. On the inside, though, it's almost garish in just the amount of stuff that's sitting on the shelves, hanging from the walls, the curtains, the beads.
Before I just realized this has a useful thing. Have cover stories.
Oh, did you want to approach?
Yes. So, yay! This didn't actually start.
Okay, well, you can pause just outside the church then to compose yourself and figure out how you're going to introduce yourself.
Yeah. So, the cover story that I'm going to go with is... Okay, Dex is a hard-boiled private detective. He isn't really dressed to be a wealthy socialite.
I will remind you of the thing that the game actually warns you about, that pick your cover story such that you can still ask the questions you want to ask.
Yes.
It is of no use to just go there and make small talk.
Yes. Well, we've got the Church of Argent Light. We've seen no indications in character that they're up to anything chthonic. No. Or sketchy. As cover stories go, I can't think of anything that would allow me to ask questions about Helen. But it's a question of needing authority as well. Because the problem is that thou shalt not impersonate a cop on pain of cops getting grumpy at you.
Well, okay, if Dex stands there and thinks about it for a moment, he might be able to get somewhere if he were to seem receptive to the church's teachings. If it looks like he might be buying into it.
Right. So it's... The trick is a position of wealth that's appropriate.
That would help.
Well, simplest lies are the best. Recently came into an inheritance. My life feels empty, going after people.
Okay.
So, looking for spiritual guidance, but still a detective.
Okay, well, that is certainly a cover story.
It is a cover story. It is not a good one. I'm bad at this part. Excellent. Onwards and upwards. Dex marches up to the door.
Well, once you're inside, you are almost assaulted by the burning incense. And a bell rings out as you open the door. And maybe half a minute later, the bead curtains on the other side part, and a woman in a turban glides in.
Dex presses the pained look on his face.
Yes. Darling, come in. She gestures artistically.
Dex doesn't really need to hide his nervousness. No. Dex follows along.
Are you lost?
Well, I was looking for this place. Is that what you were asking? Dex is pretty sure that no, that's not what she was asking, but this gives her a really good hook to hook him.
She just gives you a beatific smile.
Oh dear.
And so you have found us. How splendid.
Yes. Hi, I'm Dex.
It is a pleasure to meet you. You can call me Clara or Miss Noble.
Miss Noble, and Dex tips his hat, trying to appear both earnest. Neville. Yep. Trying to appear both earnest and hardworking. So, can you tell me anything about this place?
Why, it is a church. Didn't you know that?
Yes, but what sort?
Oh, the best sort. The true sort. You don't tell me. You were looking to feel the emptiness in your life, weren't you?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Nods. Not entirely falsely either.
She takes her hand and looks into your eyes. I can see that you're looking for meaning. You're looking for someone to share this path with.
Dex nods.
Well, perhaps I can be of assistance there.
Okay.
So tell me, what troubles you?
Well,
what made you wake up this morning and decide that you need to find a church? Our church.
I've got this friend, you see.
Oh.
All right, so let's just frame this in terms of skills. This is going to be bullshit. What is the bullshit? What is the bullshit skill?
I don't think there is... Actually, there might be a bullshit skill, but reassurance, intimidation, and something else. Let me double check.
So, assess honesty, no. Bargain, no. Streetwise?
There's flattery, inspiration, bargain. Yeah, there is no direct bullshit skill. It's how you get them talking.
Right.
Flattery would have been probably appropriate here. It's a pity you don't have it.
Yes. Yes. Well, I've got this friend, Helen, and she just... all the light's gone out of her life, and I realized that could happen to me.
Oh, she's suddenly a lot more guarded. You're a friend of Helen.
Yeah.
It's strange she's never mentioned you.
Not a good friend, just a friend.
Ah.
And I was over for tea, and she seemed so sad.
She looks you up and down and notes the disheveled clothes, and I see.
And my grandfather just passed away and gave me this inheritance. And everything just seems so empty now.
Ah. Well, any friend of Helen is a friend of mine. She was indeed part of our church.
Well, maybe it would help me understand what your church does if you tell me what she was doing. Because I can relate to her.
Oh, she was...
And this is assess honesty, by the way.
She was quite like you. She first came to us when her mother passed. She was also looking for meaning and also felt empty inside. And I'm happy to say that she was quite receptive to the teachings.
So what are these teachings?
Oh, it's only the deeper truths of the world. That The secret masters rule it, and only through the silver light of Nodens can we safeguard the world from the dark races.
What light of Nodens?
Silver. I mean, Search of Agent Light, you should have seen that coming.
Yes. So Nodens is like a saint or an angel?
A benign force.
So you're Protestants?
There are many religions that seek to find the truth and only catch a brief glimpse of it. I wouldn't go as far as to say they're all false, but I do think that in this modern age we have attained a greater understanding of the truth.
Oh, like Madame Blavatsky. the really big mystic person in the yeah.
Quite like that, although...
Does she show any signs of knowing that name?
Yes, she's very much into this scene. She's not a dilettante.
The cult scene.
She's not... From the immediate reaction, she's not particularly fond of her. But, different cult. We have a different teacher, so to say. I personally know one of the secret masters.
Wow.
I could introduce you to him,
I'm really... Do you have anything about healing? I'm really worried about Helen.
Oh, that poor girl. I want her. I want her that her aura was in trouble. I even offered to perform a ritual for her to cleanse it. But of course, she couldn't afford it. The components are very expensive, you understand.
I understand. And assess honesty.
Well, she actually seems to mostly believe what she's saying.
All right, so let's start
She's
with...
an actual proper cultist / religious person.
So, knows a secret master. She believes that she knows one?
Yes.
Okay. And the cleansing ritual, she also believes that?
Yep.
Well, I mean, clearly I'm not so good as you, but maybe you could teach me a small thing that I could then help her with?
Oh, if you want to help Helen, I'd be happy to. It's just that her family has been less than welcoming.
So,
perhaps if you are her friend, you could arrange for me to see her. I'm sure I could help.
Could you teach me something that I could help her with?
Oh, it's not something an uninitiated person like you could grasp readily. Well, perhaps if you were to come to us for some time, I will be happy to teach you.
Maybe just a small thing to give some... to help my belief with this, that I could help her with?
There isn't anything you could do, I'm afraid. Ancient knowing evil is blackening her soul.
All right. That gets another card. Ancient knowing evil. Evil is blackening her soul. Right. This knowing ancient evil. Does this mean that your church has...
Sorry, not knowing, gnawing.
What? Gnawing.
Biting.
Right.
The other knowing. Yes.
So does this mean that your church has enemies?
Well, of course. The dark races, the worshippers of Yig, they're the enemies of light. They're the enemies of every right person.
And these worshippers are people like you and I, but misguided and evil? Or are they spirits? Or
They are people, all right. They are primitive and poisoned by their beliefs and their cultures.
But they
are people.
That they're here in Los Angeles just like you are.
Oh yes, they are. We have to be very worried, very much on guard about this.
And who should I be on guard about?
She considers the answer to that. Something catches Dex's eye.
Yep.
A black bird statue.
Oh, God.
Very much like the one in his office.
That case that got away. Wait, hold on. Is this a blackbird statue?
Well, you have a fake.
Or the?
Hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah. So as she's talking, Dex will get up and just look at it.
I mean, it looks real, but so did the old one.
Yeah.
And Dex is not a specialist to be able to tell it without, breaking off a piece at least.
Yeah. Nope, Dex is curious. He will tap it a few times.
It
sounds solid.
Yeah. If it's a forgery, it's a good one.
Oh, God. This is like Chrononauts, like the almost fake. Yeah. Her almost real Mona Lisa. Cool. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So Clara will give you another evasive answer. Basically, she would very much like for you to join.
Yep.
And she produces out of somewhere a brochure outlining how much it will cost.
Out of brochure space, yes.
Yes.
It's an occult skill.
Yeah. We have, of course, multiple options for people who want to support us because, as you understand, doing good in the world is not entirely free, unfortunately. We have to contend with other people.
Can I get a gut check from her? About her?
Oh, very much occultist. Well,
no, but when she was talking about the dark forces,
you get a distinct feeling that she means Jews and the like. It's that kind of spiritualism.
Right. Well, yes.
Dark races.
Dark races.
Oh, did that statue attract your attention?
Yes.
May I ask why? It is a recent acquisition. A member of the congregation has donated it.
All right. So let me just talk through what I'm thinking right now. Basically, I'm a little bit more ambivalent than I was expecting about which side she's on.
Like she seems to genuinely be concerned for Helen.
Yes. And my assess honesty pings that.
Yes.
Okay. So
as much as she's clearly a bullshit artist, she's done a cold read of Dex.
Yeah. Because mainly it's the worshippers of Yig. So if she hadn't brought up an enemy, she would be number one. But she brought up a plausible enemy, and she does seem to be worried about Helen.
Yeah. Worshippers of Yig, she spoke in a very general terms.
Yes.
It's not those two guys are worshippers of Yig coming around bothering us. It's the Jews.
The enemy, TM. In the 1930s. All right. Because Dex is really thinking about whether or not he just wants to come clean and say, have these enemies been bothering people? Because it was a complete line of bullshit about Helen.
What was?
Her dark ancient aura. Yeah.
Well, so another thing that Dex is undoubtedly thinking about is this statue.
Yeah.
Who donated it?
Yeah.
Is it the person who stole it?
Yeah.
Could you perhaps... Yeah, that's...
I mean, it was a failed case, and failed cases gnaw.
And you do have the problem of curiosity got the cat.
Yeah, I do. And it's like, ooh, shiny. Okay, so this is a cool to resist ooh, shiny?
Absolutely.
I just want to see what the dice say.
I mean, yeah, if you want to...
No, I want to see what the dice say.
Okay.
5.
Is that one day?
Yes.
One moment. I need to actually... Because this is not a part of the scenario. I need to actually educate the thing. I think 5 should be mostly fine.
No, I'm just really thinking whether or not I want to buy her Ancient 9 Evil.
Well, once again, she does seem to be...
Yeah,
certain of that.
She seems to be certain about that, and I am personally confident in my assess honesty over bullshit artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So with 5, yeah, if you don't want to follow it up, you can just file it for later.
Clara, I'm pretty sure you know that I'm a private detective.
I had my suspicions, yes.
So let me answer your first question. I recently failed a case that involved a bird just like this one. But that's not for right now. Maybe later we can see if there's a reward that you can get for finding this bird. For now, I'm really interested in anything or anyone that could have done these horrible things to Helen.
Well, as I said, I would be very much interested in helping Helen overcome her affliction. If you were to... Yes, I think that would work out quite well for both of us, then. If you were to arrange for me to meet her, to help her, to cure her, I would tell you everything I know about the bird and where it came from.
Damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay.
That was easy.
I rolled cool.
Yep.
And she's like, nah. Dex is not this paragon. Well, and this feels like a win-win. It
does.
I mean, it could. So he is absolutely basing this on his bullshit sense.
She genuinely wants to help.
Genuinely wants to help. There is a notional named threat on the other side. I mean, it's vague and anti-Semitic and whatnot, but maybe there's a more specific thing.
Sure. And this will very much get you with Clara.
This will get me in. I don't think any of this mumbo jumbo will harm. So this seems like it to be a viable investigatory route. Now, Clara, I'm not sure I can promise them promising you any money.
It's not about the money.
It's about the principle of the thing.
It's about helping poor Helen, of course.
And
inside Dex's head, it's all the money that Helen will give afterwards,
which is fine. But that seems like a fair trade.
Yeah,
She's got lots of money. Yes, fine. Especially if Clara can actually help. There's something to this. Okay, what do you need? Does Helen need to be brought here?
I can visit her at her place. I can bring all the things that I need with me.
Right.
So I've offered that before, but her sister has turned me down.
Let me go see what I can do.
I will be waiting.
Excellent. Whew, boy. Okay. So, Sister's absolutely not going to go for this. 100%.
Oh, she will be opposed to it, but maybe you can convince her. Maybe you can, spend a push.
Well, so I've got two routes that I'm thinking about. Either I can convince her, or I can ask Mr. Happy Boy to distract her.
Sure.
I like route 2.
That sounds like fun.
So I go visit Marshall.
Okay. It is daytime. You will find him smoking outside in the typewriter
On my
alley.
approach, I look around for Mr. Shady Dude.
Oh, gone.
Good. I just want to make sure that he isn't terminally stupid.
No, you scared him off.
Huh. How novel. All right. Pocketing the incriminating photo.
Yep.
Pocketing the incriminating photo of Marshall with the men, but not the incriminating photo
Okay,
of Marshall with
important
Helen,
distinction.
which is an important distinction. And I want grades of blackmail here.
Yep.
I wander over.
Dex, my man.
Shall we go for a chat?
Of course.
Somewhere quiet?
Come this way. That's my office.
So, and I can't hear typewriters from adjoining offices.
Only just.
Okay, so that the walls aren't paper thin. No. Great, they're better than my university. Sigh.
Looking at the way you just glance around, Dex will flip a switch and the ceiling fan will come to life with just...
Ka-cronk, ka-cronk, ka-cronk,
yeah.
ka-cronk. Yes, it's a 1930s ceiling fan. I might have a lead.
Well, that's great news.
Before we go any further, Dex playing the good guy. Kind of likes playing the good guy. It's kind of novel. Takes the picture out of the pocket and hands it. This is the only copy that I know of. There was a shady guy surveilling you. And he rather annoyed me. And
yeah, this is just me meeting with some friends.
Dex gives... let's go with a bit of intimidation here.
Okay.
Haven't been hired to investigate who you meet with. But I really don't like being bullshitted.
Gulp. Okay, it's a social club, okay?
I understand.
Well, we had nothing to do with Helen.
And I'm just giving you the photo.
Thank you.
Because of an annoying gentleman who annoyed me. With the threat of, so you shouldn't.
Yes. Yeah, he will take the photo and fold it several times and put it in his pocket.
So, there's this Church of the Argent Light.
Yeah, what about it?
One Clara Nabel is the proprietress, and she seems to genuinely want to help Helen.
Yeah, but she's a cook.
Yes, but she also seems to genuinely want to help Helen. And so, I want to give her that chance, because I want her to trust me.
He looks at you skeptically, but then kind of shrugs.
She's a crook. She probably won't help Helen, but I want to give her the chance so that she trusts me and comes clean with me.
Well, I mean, if you think that's for the best.
It's a cult mumbo jumbo. It's not like it's real.
No. But, okay. And you don't think that this will harm Helen in any way, seeing her? I mean, maybe she had something to do with it. What happened to Helen was weird.
It was weird, and if Helen has a panicked reaction to Clara, that's another avenue of investigation where I can get Clara out of the room and grill her.
Okay.
The problem is...
I've said I'll help, so what do you need me to do?
Margaret is not a fan.
Well, she's not a fan of me either.
So what I need is for you to distract Margaret, get her out of the house, so I can get Clara into the house.
He scratches his head. Well, I mean, I suppose I could come up with some pretext for it, but she'll quickly see through it. You won't have much time.
All we need is really an hour or so?
And I mean, you have to understand that she will find out what we did. She will be pissed.
And she is the client.
She's, well, yeah.
She's paying bills. You make a good point. You make a good point.
Speaking out of character, don't let me to dissuade you from silly ideas.
Yeah, no, Marshall actually makes a really good point. Like, Dex was infatuated with this idea. There's a reason why he's a broke PI. Now that he's no longer broke, he'd like to keep it that way. Thanks, Marshall. I was about to do something really stupid.
Well,
You've helped.
Anytime, I guess. So, do you still need me to do something?
Right. Well, given that I'm going to go ask her, probably not.
Okay.
But
Well,
but you've been very helpful.
Well, I'm glad.
You stopped me from doing something really stupid. You've been helpful.
Okay.
Dex wanders off kind of sheepishly. Right. Yeah, that was Let's try plan B. Asking the client.
Oh,
With basically the same plan of doing this to draw out Clara's bullshit. So, let's go speak to the client.
Okay then. Yeah, arriving at the Deacon Mansion.
Yep.
This will be about midday by now.
Yep.
You've been driving around for a while. Sure. Margaret is not enthused by the idea.
Yes, and it's very much the same slant of we want to expose the charlatan. And the only way we can expose the charlatan is in her acts, not what she says.
Okay, you will need to spend a reassurance push.
I do so.
Okay, yep, to get her to do it, because just like Marshall, she's somewhat concerned that maybe it was the church that did something to her.
Well, and the reassurance is Dex has not been taken in by the church. Dex is pretty sure that it's something related to the church also. But we need to present Clara with evidence of her crimes rather than just have this mumbo jumbo.
Okay.
And if she tries anything, she'll be out of that room in a minute.
Sure. So, because you're going through it with Margaret's approval, she will obviously be there in the room. Yep. So will the nurse.
Yep.
Okay then.
And so I think that this ritual will happen next episode.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So I say unto thee, Wallace dollars, and have a ritual-free day. Bye-bye.